You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the October 10th meeting for the Long Beach Human Resources Committee. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
This is the meeting of the HR committee. Present is Clerk Collins, Beth White, Georgetta Cox, and Cindy Levy. We are here to discuss the employee manual and review the changes made by the labor attorney.
Okay, so where we had left off, we did a really nice job getting through the majority of the handbook last meeting. And where we had left off with what I was going to work on, I did compare, there were two sections that are the exact same paragraphs. I don't remember where they were now. Hold on. But they have a different title. So I'm assuming that we need to leave the two paragraphs. I had made a note next to the one or two that.
What are the two titles?
I'm looking right now. Hold on. I think I'm almost there. Above that. Okay. So it's page, on mine at least, it's page 23 and 24, or even 22 it starts. So we'll start with this. This shouldn't take long, and we can just see if anybody has an opinion on it. So let me know when you're there. It starts, it's under ethics, employee responsibilities, and then so on page above that is the conflicts of interest, and then it goes to statement for disclosure of economic interest. And it has about 4 or 5 little paragraphs. So we've amended part of that. Then it goes to authority and administration. And then it has those exact same paragraphs beginning with all public officials. So I guess, is it our, those are two, I thought about, we could put statement for disclosure of economic interest / authority and administration, and then not have those exact paragraphs.
Right.
But
just have it
I don't
once.
know if there's a, Tina didn't, the labor attorney didn't mention this, even though I had that comment. It took me a little bit to finally figure out why it was being repeated. So statement for disclosure of economic interest. So it falls right under that conflict of interest. So part of me doesn't even want to touch it. We just accept if it's there for some reason. But I suppose I could ask Chris Willoughby about this one and just see if both of those are required in a handbook or the legal need for them, if that's making sense. Or do you guys have any opinion? That authority and administration, and then the statement for disclosure. We could either add them together, or we can leave it how it is. Or I can ask Chris for some input.
Putting them together, I don't feel like that's going to. So we're talking about.
Yeah, is that a big deal or not?
Administration.
Well, if there's any if there's any unreadiness, I would just defer to Chris.
That's what I think too. I'll just ask him if he knows
Or
about.
could
Yeah,
you
to have another hand in it.
Yeah, maybe another option would be to take out the two subtitles and just leave it under ethics. Is that a possibility too?
Well, my guess is that those subtitles are needed for some reason. Statement for disclosure. Let's see what it says, I guess. It's talking about state statutes. See, that's what is this a state statute? So that's, I guess, what I'm going to have to ask him maybe. So not a huge deal. It's just, you know, can we get rid of half of a page that is just a repetition of what's right
Mhm.
above it?
It seems
So, okay,
to
I
make
will,
sense that we should.
yeah, I'll follow up on that with him at some
Okay.
point, and then, okay. So then if we go back down to, we're gonna head to the, page 50 roughly. And that is right under the work week schedule and into the benefits area. So I think what I didn't do yet was get rid of, so I think how we ended last meeting, where it begins to list the benefits, we decided instead of removing the regular full-time or regular part-time employee, that we would put those back and that we would then remove that table on the following page 51 per the labor attorney that shows the specifics of the health plan and some of those other benefits, and that those would be added to something that, a document that's handed to an employee
Mhm.
or to all employees if the health insurance changes. So, you know, we would update that table as part of the appendix instead of having to change something within the handbook. So I think we all agreed that that's a good idea.
Yeah, agreed.
I guess let's try it. So if not sure what it's gonna do if I try to delete the whole table. Let's see. It just puts an X through it. There. I guess that's all you have to do. And it's showing as being deleted. So once we accept the changes, that's gonna disappear. We've got it in, you know, we're gonna save this copy that has
Right.
the changes before we accept the changes, because I'm gonna need that table to put it into an appendix.
Exactly.
Yeah. So then I guess let's just quickly go through the benefits and just make sure that the items we had crossed out are all correct. So I know we'd spent some time trying to make sure, you know, we added life insurance, we added retirement health insurance. We, this is kind of below the table, what I'm referring to. So I think we had added a little bit about each benefit. But again, do we have too many specifics on any one? Maybe that's what we should do very quickly, is just go through what should still stay in the handbook versus what goes on to that appendix or
Are
other.
you talking about
She's in a different spot.
So right
where-
above the table.
Oh, sorry, okay, where are we?
So-
Oh, gotcha, all right. that's-
Yeah, so this is where, so I think what we agreed was I need to undo here. I think I just do like this and reject the suggestion. There.
Yeah, it's just benefit programs.
So
are
if-
listed, so it doesn't seem like you have to get too specific, right? It's a general.
Right, so I'm rejecting these changes that we had made months ago. And then we're gonna leave where it says the regular rate. Now, we may need to change that sentence right above these, where it starts bereavement pay, the sentence right above, so the following is a listing of benefit programs available upon start date of regular full-time and regular part-time employees.
Before regular full-time and regular part-time employees instead of benefits of or benefits for.
I don't see where, are you talking about after the word available? Available for or to? Is that what you're?
Yeah, I think it should be for instead of two.
That's
Right?
fine. We can
Yeah.
do that. Well, then we have to change the upon. So it says, The f-
No,
the f-
available upon start date for regular. It's.
Oh, in
before the
there.
word regular.
upon start date. Oh, that of.
Yeah.
Okay, I apologize. So instead of, we want for.
Yeah, that's the.
Okay, all right. And then, so then if we can just, I'm almost done getting rid of these lines. Okay, so let's just read through and try and look at each benefit that's down below. So let's just, if you guys don't mind, we'll start. I think the general statement is okay. And then that next one where benefits is crossed out, and then it starts with benefits eligibility. So let's just read on your own really quickly, and then we'll make sure all of this makes sense. Now, are we okay that it says upon start date? Because something like longevity, you don't receive for 3 years. Does that make sense or not?
That could be a little stickler
Mm-hmm.
for someone later on down the line said, well,
Well,
didn't the,
but the thing is, upon their hire, the
time
clock is
frame
ticking,
starts,
yeah, so
yes.
they are part of the program. The payout just doesn't come for 3 years. So they are in the longevity program. So I think it's okay. It's just,
Okay.
you know, and it's just as long as it's explained, the payout begins at 3 years or whatever.
is that explained there?
Well, and that's what we need to, we'll go down below now through each one as we read and just make
Mhm.
sure it
Mhm.
makes
Even
sense.
if you say regular full-time, regular part-time employees after 3 years or payout after 3 years, or somewhere it has to just put.
Well, here, let's scroll down to longevity quickly and
Mhm.
just see. So longevity wasn't even in that table. So let's just find longevity. It's on page, let's see here and see what it says. It's on page 55.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, okay. Yeah, as long as it's explained, I think you're
Yeah, and
fine.
there it is
Mhm.
explaining. So. Mm-hmm. And I've had to use this to calculate it, and I think it all makes sense. You know, the regular part-time
Mhm.
receive 75% instead of 50% or 75%, depending on the amount of hours they've worked. So, okay, so that's fine. So back up to that list on page 50. I think this all looks okay. Oh, I need to get rid of this one here under perf. Now, seems like we broke out the perf. Do you guys see on the bottom of the list? I just removed, I guess I could, so we're saying the same thing, mandatory for regular full-time employees twice. So the following benefit program is mandatory. For regular full-time employees, retirement savings program, perf. Would you rather put perf back up under HSA or keep it separate because it's mandatory? Whereas some of the ones up top are optional. Such as, well, let's see which are optional. I guess the health insurance and life insurance are optional. Short-term and long-term disability and HSA is only if you're enrolled.
Benefit, does there have to be a differentiation?
I don't think it's a bad thing to state that perf is required, or it's mandatory. So then would we want to get rid of that second, the dash? Then it's not consistent anymore with the top part. So the dash mandatory for regular employees is how it was before. And it was just included in that upper list. So do we like that sentence? The following benefit program is mandatory for regular full-time employees, retirement savings program. I think just leave that and we'll cross out. Do you guys agree or no? I can show you. I'm gonna cross it right now.
Because you're repeating.
Leave it, put it back up in the.
I was thinking of leaving it down below since it's,
But not say mandatory because it says that it's mandatory there.
right, I just got rid of the,
Gotcha.
does that look okay?
Yep.
All right,
Could anything be adjusted in that heading sentence that won't make that may be available or programs on available to? You know, maybe it could be just clear that these are the programs that are, yeah, that are available.
fit programs available.
Or just say benefit programs. Well, leave it like that. It's,
Well, and that's the thing, you have to go down below to get the information on the program. So,
Hmm.
so maybe we'll just continue
it
through
longer.
and see. So then we added that Hoosier Start is voluntary. Okay, so then we have that sentence right there. The benefit programs listed above with an asterisk each have a summary plan description and or informational benefit booklet. Okay, so the
Mhm.
asterisks are asterisks. Okay, so that's fine. It's just a lot of reading and someone would have to just read this whole section to
mhm.
really, and that's, I think, just the nature of it and the way it probably has to be. And that is true that you get information on all three of those with an asterisk, the health, the life, and the short-term disability. And then perf, I guess I just need to make sure that employees are getting some sort of paperwork on that because that has an asterisk too. And they definitely receive something from perf once I add them into the system. Because then they have a login where they can see their retirement account on their own.
Mhm.
So I have a login, where I see all employees and then they have a login. Not where I see their account, but where I input the payroll information every other week. So I guess I need to make sure that that's accurate, that we give them something. I don't know if we are or not. I definitely can. There's definitely something I can print from perf and give to a new employee
Okay.
who is full-time.
Mhm.
So, okay. So I think we're going past the table now. And I think the rest of this we've already looked at. So bereavement leave. We added regular part-time, which I think is great.
Okay, is partner, does that need to be described or
Mm-mm.
I think it's,
it's now
I-
just
I don't know the
Yeah,
answer.
the
but I think
standard.
it's,
Yeah, standard, yep.
the
that's what I
standard?
think, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Tribal benefits, good. Okay, so I'm on to, I'm at holiday pay. I don't know where you guys are, but okay. Going too fast, let me know.
Mm-mm.
Oh, so that's the holiday calculations. Okay, I know we talked with Mark about leaving the ERC certification for the street department in the handbook.
No. No.
What's your opinion on that? Based on what she said over here.
Yeah, I was looking at what she said.
Mhm.
Mhm. Well, my thought is that you never know if you're gonna have another employee in that category. And it might just be safe to save it there.
Save it here. leave
Well,
it.
just, yeah, you need to leave it.
Okay,
Yeah,
think
you know,
Mark
because you
wanted to-
never, yeah, you never know if you,
okay.
What's town marshal?
I think it just means the lower, like the, I think it just means police officer.
I know
Yeah.
it's related to police,
'Cause- But that's not their
title.
title.
Yeah.
Because
that's
they're
why I
corporal,
wondered.
sergeant, Mark is chief. So I think it does just mean a police officer. Maybe it's because we are a town that's the term.
Mhm.
So longevity. So I think we've kind of gone through all of these already.
Mhm.
Yeah. Going too fast, let me know.
mm-mm.
Well, we talked about
Yeah.
leaving
Sense.
sense. Taken out.
So what I was thinking we would do next, unless you guys have a different plan or idea, would be I have this packet of forms. And I
Oh,
didn't do it before the meeting, but
yeah.
we can either
Match up with what we,
try and just see.
if we have all of them.
I mean, I would like I think that I can get together with Kayla and Deanna, and I've spoke with both of them to try and take on this project.
Mhm.
We will be transferring to a new website that has the capability, it's got a module of forms.
Okay.
So some could be fillable.
Yeah.
The bad thing is, once they're fillable, I think they would just email to one of us.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not a great way to submit them
Mhm.
online.
Mm-hmm.
Fillable is still nice where somebody at home can
Mhm.
type it and print it out and do what they need to with it.
But it doesn't track
It-
like who's
I don't
filled
think
this
so.
out and who's
Yeah, I
turned
don't
it
think so.
in.
Or for example, for a new employee. And our new employee forms really wouldn't be on the website anyways.
Do you
Um,
have a rubric that kind of checks off all of the,
Kayla created a good spreadsheet. And I think based on this, what we need to do and make sure that all of these forms should still be, that they are legitimate, should be in the handbook or not, because that's, I think we tried to highlight them yellow.
would it be appropriate to have Kayla come in or schedule a time when we can meet with her since we want her to kind of?
We could do that. I think I should go through and just make a separate Word doc that lists all the spreadsheets that are in here. So it's up to you guys if you want to work on that or do something else. I do think I'm going to either ask, maybe Kayla and I can do it together, and or Trista, just to make sure this document in Teams. Because at some point, we're going to want to save this. We already talked about this at the last meeting. Accept the changes and then work on formatting it some more. Mark and I had spoke recently about possibly having Kayla and Deanna or anyone else that, employees that have value for reviewing this, another
Mhm.
set of eyes for
Mhm.
something that doesn't seem right or that, any suggestions. So
Mhm.
I think that would be appropriate. So if I guess would HR be okay with that if we
I think
had
so.
Kayla
Like a review
and
committee.
Deanna,
Right, I
Mhm.
think it's great. And
possibly
I think
Diane?
Just
or-
once we take everything out, reformatting it and then,
Yeah, have it reviewed.
yeah, because I
Mhm.
think there's gonna be lots of.
Yeah,
Like single sentences that maybe
Yeah.
could be.
formatting,
Yeah.
yeah. And Kayla and I can work on that together
And if
too.
you want to do it now, like start at the beginning and every time a form is listed, I mean, we can.
That's up to you guys. If you want
We
to
can write it
do
down.
15,
Let's write
20
it
minutes,
down.
I can
Yeah,
start a
and then we'll
spreadsheet and,
compare with what's in the folder. So
okay.
let's just do that.
Actually, didn't you write down as we stated a section had a form attached? Didn't you write all that down?
I highlighted it. I didn't,
Okay.
I
so we're
didn't
gonna
write it
it
down.
Now on a separate piece of paper.
I
and-
can type it if you want as well and
Well,
just send it, or writing it,
no.
whatever is fine. So, and I think we started it about a third through already, so there may be one or two that we missed. So I'm gonna just,
Right, yeah. I mean, I can
start-
type a list too, but that's easier.
Yeah.
that's fine. Do you mind? Just
Not
open
at
a Word
all.
doc and we can tell
I'll
you,
just- Yeah.
tell you the name of the
I don't
form.
have Word though, but I'll just do it on, I can convert it.
So you do have Word, you know?
Oh, I do.
Yeah. so
Okay.
hope that-
I really saw you making notes from the beginning.
I had notes, yeah.
Mhm.
I
There-
don't have.
I have a HR folder, but I started writing down
You know what I
forms.
mean?
So
Mhm.
you're creative.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think you're right. Months ago, probably, right? At
Mhm.
least 3-4 months ago.
But that's okay. It's good to go over it again. We're giving it another look, see.
You're right, I do. I did do that.
Mhm. And so you were right on your job.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Woo-hoo. Yay.
All
Oh,
right.
you are wonderful.
Okay.
Okay, we're ready to go.
Okay, I'm on page 10, so I'm just kind of browsing here.
Forms and I'm ready to start typing.
All right, so here we go. Here's one. So first one,
Where
application.
are you at?
I'm on page 10. This was not highlighted, but I'm going to highlight it now.
Okay, application.
Application for employment form is referenced. So,
Okay. Got it?
okay, and I highlighted that.
Okay. And do you have a copy of that? I mean, can,
Well, we're gonna do that next. We're
Not-
gonna list. it all, then we're
I
gonna-
mean, I think this will be the list where we work to compile them because
Okay.
okay.
some might be in
Okay.
here.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
Kayla, I
Okay.
know, has this one. So Renee used to help, with all the changes in the clerk's office, items still might have been handled there, and then
Okay.
some were moved across, and then that's why we just need to get back to a central
Central, yep.
and for employees so that they know and are
Sure.
aware of what they could apply for example, or request or submit, however you wanna. So,
Okay.
okay.
And do you
How
wanna
about this?
say- do you wanna
How
say
about-
page 10? I don't know if you want to add.
Yeah,
it.
that's a good idea.
Okay, page 10.
Okay.
And then this isn't a form per se, but it's referenced alcohol and drug-free workplace policy. Is that something we would want to add? Because
Where's that? What page?
page 10, right below the form again.
I wouldn't think necessarily, unless they have to sign something.
Well, so how about this? I think it would be good as well to, which Kayla has asked me about, and just, I haven't made time, what goes to a new hire. So,
So should I
let's
put
add-
list it with it?
Yeah.
or even a second section if you want, or I can separate them out.
Yeah, I'll just put it
What
down.
did that-
You know what? First, let's define form.
Well, and
Not only if
what's
if
going to
it's-
be in the appendix?
Is,
Right?
okay,
Is
yeah,
it going to be just forms? Is it going to be anything that's referenced in the handbook?
right.
Is it, which would include a policy
Right.
or?
Yeah, if it
Okay,
needs to be
fine.
signed, then it's a form.
Yeah, if it's signed, right. If
That's
it's
page-
signed
yep.
and,
Page 10.
But I personally would like the fact that we reference alcohol and drug-free workplace policy, that be in the appendix somehow,
Yeah.
whether do we
Agreed.
agree on that?
Yeah.
Okay,
you know
Great.
what,
And
what
we
would
need to
you,
confirm that an employee has to sign that, right? That they understand and they.
maybe there could be a list of things that you want to highlight excuse me, in a, and you want them to be able to really note that they have seen that.
Right,
You
it
have
has
a
to be
list
formed.
and you have
Yeah,
a
sign.
line, say
Absolutely.
initial.
Yeah, agreed.
And they will initial
Mhm.
all of that page and put that in with their personnel, whatever. So
I
that,
don't think this will take us that long, and then Kayla and
Yep.
I can
Yeah.
definitely work on that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
okay,
Kind
go
of
to-
separating them, and then we,
Noted applicant.
Okay, all right, what do we have next?
All right.
feel like different policies, you just have that separate. You don't have to.
Mhm. Okay, so I'm kind of moving past, well, I guess I should slow down though. I'm into the classifications. I guess here's one. This isn't a form, but it is referenced. Long Beach Resolution.
Okay.
This is page 13. Now, keep in mind, when we accept these changes, these page numbers are gonna
Of course. yeah.
Right,
be
so
no
Long
good.
Beach Resolution,
Long Beach Resolution 13-001. And then it does say dated June 10th, 2013. And it's very easy for me to pull that resolution. So
what page is that?
that's page 13,
Okay, got it.
2013, and page 13.
Mhm.
Okay. Mm. So,
I'm not seeing that. What?
I
what section?
just highlighted it yellow under regular part-time, so under the classifications. Employment
so that's- yeah,
classifications,
yeah.
page 13, the top paragraph.
Okay, yep, all right.
Okay. If I'm going too fast, just let me know.
No? We're looking for yellow.
Well, and at this point, I don't think we started the yellow 2 meetings ago until we were about a third in. So,
Go back a little bit, like the before. Okay, that's crossed out. Okay, that's it. Okay, before, okay.
Where they were after we, no. It's just.
it does talk about the Fair Labor Standards Act. And is that something,
FLSA.
it's not referenced per se, but it says as set forth under the Fair Labor
I
Standards
don't
Act. So
think you have
people
to-
could Google that.
Yeah, you don't
right?
have to provide that. That's
Okay.
just,
Okay,
that's a very common.
Mhm.
yep, okay.
Employee forms, employees should complete an employee form and submit it for personal records company. Yeah, what form is that?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm right there as well. So I'm gonna highlight that. So let's type
Oh,
that one.
It's gonna
So,
called employee form.
employee change of status form, that does exist, because I have seen, I think it does at least. But does it need some work potentially?
Yes, what that's,
Employee change of status form, yes, page
Yep.
15. Yep, good.
okay.
And that is an accurate statement. Those are in my office. Medical's supposed to be separate from, or the health, like it says, yep.
And what about this? Employee. It's down,
Which one?
next paragraph. Employees should complete. Is that the
Employee
same, is that
form.
referencing that same form?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're not, know what,
forms are available from the department
So
head.
This is, they were talking about the employee change.
Yeah.
And then they talk about employees should complete the employee form. Maybe it should be the employee change of status form, just.
Yeah, so we're talking.
Well, clear. Yep, I can do that.
Mhm.
So that's in.
Because
Employee
otherwise it
should
looks like
complete
another one.
a.
And maybe you
and
say complete the town of Long Beach employee change of status form, just so
the-
it, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
So should I put Town of Long
Yeah.
Beach employee status form? It's- Mhm.
Okay, I added that. Oh, except I need to get rid of this. That, I was just reading that line. It says department head.
Yeah.
Really, they're gonna
Should be
come
from
from,
you,
from
right?
from Mark or, from
Right.
this building, this office. So maybe we say
From the
forms are available from the
clerk office.
clerk's office.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, I think, again, there has to be one
Or
place
do we wanna
for all these
say-
places, all these forms are, and it's gotta be.
I'm just picturing when a new employee comes on. And would we have separate forms for a street employee or, not separate, but
Right,
You,
unique.
you
right?
could still be the keeper of them, right?
yes,
Yeah, I mean, I think it should.
but
be.
it could be,
It's
goes
different
in there.
departments, but it should be one.
I guess we've gotten used to it kind of commingling or intermingling with the police side and the town administrator side. I guess would I have all forms for a police officer hire? I don't know. I haven't in the past, so maybe we come back to that once we work through
Ask Chief
the
about
amount.
that, too.
Yeah, maybe how he wants it to work as the town administrator, if that's okay. So I'm gonna add it right here.
Okay,
You know, especially since
To
the
look into.
organizational structure has kind of changed a little, been modified.
Right.
Mhm.
And so it should be one place where everything can be, even the department.
Well, and I
heads can
think
come
this,
in.
I think this appendix is, but then whose responsibility is it to give the
Mhm,
appendix
mhm.
to which would probably be the clerk's office, but, okay.
yeah, so where does the employee personnel file reside? Whether they are,
In the
Does
clerk's
that-
office,
In the clerk's office.
okay,
yeah.
even police officers?
correct,
Okay.
all employees,
So that
That-
seems like,
Yeah, that seems the way
Gotcha.
it should be.
right? Well, so forms are available from the clerk's office.
Yeah.
We'll put that for now and then
Yeah.
if Mark, yep, okay. And these are the kinds of things where some final review
Mm-hmm.
would be nice.
Yep.
A fresh head and a fresh file,
okay,
once we accept the changes, to read through it and say, okay, maybe this needs more work. I already read that part.
so that written consent is that a form?
Are you talking where?
Or, personal records and confidentiality?
Uh-huh. Well, let's highlight that and add it. Yeah. Is that for the review part where it says which paragraph, the written consent?
So that's, under employment status and records, personal records and confidentiality continue.
It's just saying that an employee has to sign off before the file is.
Oh,
shared
written
outside.
consent. There it is. It was on the next page. Okay.
So
Got
we
it.
don't know if there's a form for that signature. So should I write it down?
Yeah, let's just,
I think let's put it, yeah, page 16.
Consent.
So it's just called written consent, or you could say form, I guess.
For sharing.
Okay, are there any other areas where written consent is needed?
That's what we're looking for.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because,
We'll
because
have to
then you
see.
can have a written consent form and then have where you can have, this is one bullet, other, and you check off as to what that written consent is for. You don't have to create a page for each. Each
yeah,
area.
we'll see if we have any others.
Yes.
We could create that, I think. Yeah, once we, yep. It does say resigning employees are requested to provide 2 weeks' notice in writing.
Yeah, that's different. They're not gonna say,
That's
oh, I want.
a given, right, for,
Right,
right, right.
They would write their own little.
right. Under retirement, we reference the PERF handbook, so public, do you want to type this, Cindy?
Okay.
Public employees retirement fund handbook. Page 16.
16. Okay.
The forms required to request retirement benefits are available from PERF.
I think it's a hand.
Yeah, but is that considered a form? I mean.
I'm gonna
we
have,
decide.
that's what I'm not
Okay,
sure.
Okay. all right. So
I
the
need to
question-
make sure that we're,
Mhm.
number one, following the handbook and
Okay.
also giving
Right.
employees what they need
like
for
that.
that program.
Sure.
Yeah. So we'll
Okay.
follow up on that one.
Forms required to request retirement benefits are available from PERF.
Okay, that's,
Information.
I think I will just highlight that. I don't think we need to type it out,
Yeah.
but I can at least come
Okay.
back to it and just make sure
Right.
that
Add
is
line
still
so that-
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Please change.
required paperwork for termination. I don't think you would put that in the employee form, but.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I think that
Okay.
paragraph is okay. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I think we're good that page. Oh, here's one, a PT, a Town of Long Beach paid time off request form.
Yes, and that's used weekly. But again, we should, yep, we should provide it. So I'm highlighting it. It's called Town of Long Beach Paid Time Off Request Form. Page 18.
PT, oh,
Yeah, if you want to abbreviate, that's fine too.
Why, yeah, I did, I spelled it out, request form. And that is page 18, okay.
We're okay on that. It's just a
Mhm.
doctor form.
Is there any disclosure statements or forms that?
So I'm right there as well. I mean, it's for cause, so I doubt it, but I don't know for sure. I mean, it talks about, oh, we do have an ethics policy. I
Yeah.
just found this out. Okay,
I feel like that.
so it's on my desk. So can you write down ethics policy? It's an ordinance, actually. So we may, again, part of this is we're going to come back to the handbook and make sure the forms names are accurate and match the policy or the
but there's
ordinance or whatever.
no,
reference to it.
Yeah, in the handbook, is there?
Under ethics, so the purpose of the ethics policy is to establish guidelines for standards of conduct. So if you don't mind, let's just
Okay.
include it,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna come back to make sure
That's on page.
that's page 20. But then, back to your question, Beth, about disclosures. So it says actions, directing disclosure by such officials and employees. I don't know. Let's see. So it does talk about town administrator will review and investigate the written statement of complaint. All investigation, interviews, and findings must be documented.
Where are you on page 21?
I'm on 20 still, the top of 20.
As far as that's on your desk, ethics policy.
Mhm.
Does it say ethics policy for the town of Long Beach?
I'm not sure off the top of my head. I can go grab it if you guys want, but I believe it's an ordinance, so we would want to call it
So, yeah, to add something. some
ordinance
weight
number
to
this,
it.
ethics policy. Yeah,
Right.
whatever the title is. So we'll come back to that.
Oh, it's right there.
Yeah.
So this is talking about, at least the sentence where I see disclosure is directing disclosure by said such officials and employees of private financial or other interests in matters affecting the town.
There's nothing they have to sign off.
Yeah, I don't think there's any. I don't know if I guess what does that mean in
Maybe
this
just
sentence?
add under Ethics, like a parentheses and say, disclosure of, how did we say
It's saying those acts or actions that are incompatible with the best interests of the town and its residents, directing disclosure
So.
in
is that
matters
under a
affecting the
conflict of
town.
interest Disclosure, is that it?
No. I think it's just the results of your findings from the conduct. Setting forth those acts or actions that are incompatible with the best interests of the town.
So I'll just,
That's an attorney sentence, I think, or maybe a legal one, is what I should say.
Mhm, mhm.
I mean, I'll just highlight that word disclosure and we can
Yeah.
kind of come back to this along with what that
Okay.
ethics policy talks
Yeah.
about. Okay,
And we kind of reference.
yeah,
that.
I kind of
Okay.
noted it.
and I highlighted it. Okay, great. So now we're on to, I'm at the bottom of page 20. I think you guys were maybe a little ahead, but. Okay.
Yeah, the treasurer shall retain on file all such disclosures. Or in addition to beautiful.
So you are at. Which part are you at? Beth?
Under conflicts of interest.
Okay, I'm not there yet, but right above that, it does mention, so the second and third bullet points on the top of page 21. It mentions the provisions of this policy, which I think means the ethics policy.
Mhm.
And, oh, I guess we're still under ethics, so that's fine. And then in accordance with municipal policies and ordinances, which I don't think there's anything to add for that, actually. Okay,
Mhm.
so I actually don't need to highlight those.
Public official shall disclose confidential relationship. 5 days. That's just and retain such disclosures.
I know.
Right, so that conflict of interest form you were saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that does exist. It is a state board of accounts form, and they gave me an updated one or referenced an updated one that I believe I should be distributing to all council members.
So should I put State Board of Ethics Conflict of Interest? form?
Just, you could just do SBOA for short. I'll know what that means, and then just conflict of interest form. And I highlighted that. And again, we'll come back to, I'm still a little fuzzy. The way it, I think is supposed to work is that I distribute that form, let's say in a year, 1 or 2 change. The 2 new ones would then receive that form from me. And then if a conflict were to arise, they are required to submit that to us.
Okay.
So, but that should be part of the appendix then. That form. Yep. That's page 22.
Mhm.
I think that's okay, right?
Mhm.
Guess it's right here as well. Ah, it says it right there about receiving the form. Okay, great. It's all talking about that same ethics policy, I believe, when it talks about policy in the next few
Mhm.
paragraphs. Okay, and then I already have those 3 forms highlighted. So Cindy, we already had,
I'm missing- Am I
application.
missing one?
What 3?
so I might be ahead of you, top up 25. So take your time getting there. We'll wait.
Oh, those, Town of Long Beach
Okay.
application.
No, we don't have that.
No, okay.
Okay.
Wonder if those are in here.
Sometimes my fingers are just like this. That's page. Application. And anti. I don't know if anybody's ever followed that one.
Right?
I mean, I'm sorry, but it's kind of
You can just
blatant,
call
right?
it anti-nepotism form.
Yeah.
It's fine. Shorter,
Maybe we
instead of
gotta have
typing all that
one,
out.
Right? Okay, council.
Here, this retentions.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
I mean, that's more for my office, so I don't really think we need to reference that, but what do you
No,
think?
well, that's more administrative.
Mhm. Yeah, not an employee, right? Right.
Pages of-
Because I do have that. I do
Mhm.
have the county one in my office as well, because after that audit, I wanna,
Mhm.
kind of,
Mhm.
we need to get rid of some stuff so that we can make room in the
Mhm.
basement.
Municipality, I spelled that right. Okay.
Got it.
Yep.
Back to system security.
You can kind of cruise through that if you want, just kind of glancing. We didn't find anything.
You know,
Code of contact, is there an internet code of conduct form that they sign?
Are you under,
Okay, I found this on the web for us there, internet code of conduct for website. Check it out.
Okay. I've never seen that happen before.
Well, who is that, AI?
Yeah.
It's funny. Siri.
which part are you under? Where you see that?
Page
20.
28, under
Okay.
information system security, use continued internet code of contact.
Conduct, code of conduct. Is there an internet code of conduct form?
I think we should add that in.
Yep,
Yeah.
agreed.
All right, I'll
Mhm.
put that in.
28. You see it?
Oh, pardon me, exactly where is that statement you're?
Is it under the
referencing?
big, so under information system security and use?
This all needs to be.
Where is it there?
posted.
Mhm.
Maybe it was above. Let's try
Mhm.
it.
Wait,
Let's see if we
further
can see it.
down.
28 though.
It's responsibility. Yeah, here, internet code of conduct.
Yeah, there has to be a,
It's down further.
It's down. Okay. Keep going. Okay.
You'll see code of conduct.
Violations.
and-
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so I can just. Is there a form is what we're wondering,
Yeah.
an internet code of conduct?
You need a
Okay,
Question mark after that, because we don't.
I-
know
yeah, I
until
did.
That
I
minute.
right. Okay, great.
Okay.
Okay.
First-
Good news is we're almost halfway through.
Good, personal appearance.
Okay.
I don't think there's any form for that.
But it still could be a policy or whatever and included into your.
Unless it's right here. Yeah,
Mhm.
I would agree.
Police department. rules.
So it does reference all uniform requirements identified in the Town of Long Beach Police Department rules and regulations.
Should we put
So I'm
that
gonna
down?
highlight that. We could ask Mark if that's something that his officers are given or something that needs to be included. Did I say that too quickly? You've got it?
No,
We got
Okay.
it.
I
Did
got
you
it.
highlight it?
I did. Yep.
31, okay.
And then it's referenced again, but I'm not gonna highlight it there.
What are violations of town policies? That's pretty big.
I would assume that means the stuff in the handbook, but that's our main policy, right? But where do you see that one at? The page
31.
31.
Employee responsibilities.
Rules of conduct, disciplinary actions continued, and then a bullet, violations of town policies.
Yeah, could we make that clearer instead of saying in these policies? Policy topics.
Or outline of the handbook.
To your point, what policy is it meaning?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I think it means the handbook, but I'm gonna highlight that just so that we might need
The
to.
various types of action, okay.
that's just a result, but it
The
doesn't. say-
discipline outlined in these policies. The town of Long Beach has developed specific policies and procedures that identify disciplinary actions associated with behavior and conduct. Right, so I'm gonna highlight that. I guess, do you want to just type
The council.
disciplinary actions,
Okay.
policies and procedures.
Yeah.
Is that okay? And I need to ask Mark.
Slash discipline.
Well, let's, it might be further down now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, you know what? It's right below you guys. So violation of
Okay.
all the disciplinary action. Right? I think it just means these things here, rules of conduct, disciplinary action. So next I have highlighted yellow already. If you could type this one, Cindy, it's the personnel counseling disciplinary action form.
I already wrote that.
Yeah, we got that.
Oh, you got that
I'm
already?
ahead of you.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're at the drug now.
Okay. And that one, did we add as well? I know we have that. I saw it in here, but
Was that the?
yeah,
ask?
we'll just put that on the list if that's okay.
I think we had it, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we already have
Yeah.
that from
Okay,
page 10.
great. I highlighted it.
And the
Page 33.
Yeah.
So-
page 10, comma, page 33.
Okay.
It's referenced in both places. Okay. Employment testing, is there anything? Oops, that's all I hear.
Mhm.
Part of the.
Mhm.
Right, so we reference in that situation that they're required to sign a testing / medical authorization form. Sorry, top of 36. So this would be under reasonable suspicion testing. Maybe that's just part of the drug
Oh,
test.
testing medical employment. Oh, yeah, no, you gotta, if that's a form, we gotta. put it
Right,
there.
so,
Testing slash medical authorization.
And maybe we put drug testing, because that's kind of under alcohol and drug-free zone, right? Or maybe in Friends.
yeah, and I don't know how it works if Mark could clarify if we give a potential employee the forms and then they take it to the drug test place, or I don't know the answer to that, but
Well, usually the lab will call, would directly correspond with the person who originated that request,
right.
because they're not going to allow that person to carry in those results.
We do say pursuant to the Drug-Free Workplace Act. I don't know if we have any requirement to provide that to an employee. An employee, it goes on to say an employee convicted of a criminal drug violation must notify the clerk treasurer in writing within 5 calendar days of the conviction. So that references Drug-Free Workplace Act.
Again.
That's
Is
just,
that part of policy, the alcohol and drug-free workplace.
yeah,
policy.
sounds good. Okay.
Yeah, you know, you could go. there.
Okay, so what is this trying to say? That anyone who has a infectious disease like maybe like monkeypox, something that's highly contagious or whatever, something exotic really, do they have to report that?
Oh, accident incident report form. Yeah, so-
Um, I don't know if it says that. Do you think it said that up there? Up top?
I don't know. Excuse me, Cindy? Yeah, are you all talking about a report form?
Yes, the Town of Long Beach accident/incident report form on page 43. I have that.
They're ahead of
Okay,
us,
yeah,
but
okay.
I think, well, I think.
Okay,
this
that's-
part's
yes,
probably
okay.
Okay, but I don't think it requires them to report it. I don't see, did you see that somewhere?
No, I was just
Okay.
wondering.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the general of what the town will do to combat it.
It's true, true. Yeah, headline.
Is there expense reports?
Yes, they are. I mean, there's a,
Yeah, there has to be like for, you know.
and like a
travel.
mileage, yeah.
So what is
um,
that called?
I think it is just like a, whether it says reimbursement or
Expense.
expense, you could just say expense.
Report form, right there.
All right.
Okay.
Long Beach expense report form, is on the tab.
Okay,
Expense.
See that?
Mhm.
Down on Long Beach expense.
Work related, I think it's.
yep, I found it.
Okay.
Okay,
45, right?
Yeah.
All right.
well, we already referenced overtime report. Or, well, no, we did PTO. So this is true that we talk about overtime being authorized. I guess that's just your department head being made aware. We don't really have a, yeah, I think it's okay how it is, but
Just like overtime authorization. form.
Yeah, we'll just see if they're.
Question mark.
I mean, this references the Fair Labor Standards Act, but again, I think people can Google that.
So, Meg, when
Uh-huh.
it says in green when overtime is authorized, maybe highlight that. And then
Yeah.
you can say, is there an overtime authorization form? Question
Right.
mark.
Like,
Right.
should there be, you know,
I think it, yeah, I guess I need to look at at the timesheets, not the timesheet, but the PTO form, if
Mhm.
that's where it's
Mhm.
approved. Right. I mean, it says right here, all overtime must be pre-approved by the department head. So,
they
yeah.
approve verbally or written.
That's what I need to ask Mark, yeah.
I'll still keep it.
Because it's not under my office as much, it's more the street
Right.
and water and police. So I think Mark can weigh in on that process.
Yeah, because I feel like if we need just good accounting for and making sure it's fair, right? That there's that there's transparency. So
For,
just, I'm gonna give
For the
you
overtime.
overtime, so that.
oh, got it,
you know
got
what
it.
I mean?
got
Just
it.
So we're keeping.
That's a
so
good
there's
point.
no
Mhm. Right.
accusations or
Mm-hmm.
changes.
And then we did add that line at the end of, so it's the top of 49. It is an employee's responsibility to receive a department head's pre-approval before working any overtime hours.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, so that's where it needs to be documented. Because.
I think it is, I just,
Yeah.
I think it's on
We
the
have it here,
sheets.
so.
Because then it's entered into
Sure.
their pay sheets that
Mhm,
I
mhm.
enter payroll off of, so.
Mhm.
I do think it's, yeah, we just need Mark to explain it because I'm not as sure. I apologize.
Enrollment forms.
Enrollment form.
So employee benefit enrollment forms.
And that will be, each year,
Yeah.
a checklist of that they received the updated medical.
But
And
yeah,
then at the time of hire that they receive these 5 forms or, yeah, so I think we know that we need to come back to this one. If you wanted to put
I
benefit,
would put employee
benefit program forms
Mhm.
with it or underneath it. I don't really think we need to retype all these different benefits. Well, we kind of know. That's not as difficult for me to compile those forms, so. Like who's your start? We have all those in my office already, so. Just putting them into the appendix somehow. Okay. I guess I don't know if we have a bereavement leave form, but again, that's part of this whole section where we'll look into that. Cindy, do you want to add that specialty pay : ERC certification? So if we leave that,
the form, but we're taking that out, right?
I don't know if I think with talking to Mark, he would want to leave it here, but I think we could come back to that. I highlighted it yellow for that reason. But if you don't mind, yeah, just adding that to the list. Since it's really not part of the benefit,
Right.
it is a benefit for one employee, but yeah. So you could probably, are you to the leave of absence section? That form is already highlighted yellow, so this is page 56.
There's eligible to submit a claim to receive short-term disability benefits.
Okay, so,
So
um,
employee under
disability,
some medical condition will be eligible to submit a claim to receive Short-term disability benefits.
Short-term disability claim for.
I think that's the FMLA, through FMLA probably,
Oh.
right? So I don't know if this is more to me. Do we provide the FMLA policy, which would give them instructions on how to go through that process? So I don't know if we need that one.
Yeah.
I think that's how that works.
Okay, so this evidence.
Yeah, the attending physician. I think the physician, is there a form that the physician fills out or the physician just sends a note?
Yeah, I saw that as well. I think that would just be something you got from your
Okay.
physician. I don't know if
Yeah.
we need to provide a form for that. What do you guys think? I
Yeah,
think
I
each
agree.
doctor office has their own.
No,
But it's not that we couldn't.
yeah, well, we talked about that, remember? Whether or not you want to have something standardized or whether or not some physicians might just write out something
Like a
and it might
paragraph
not,
or
and it
sentence.
might not be,
Get on the prescription pad.
Right.
right. But nowadays, they do things more, they'll talk and and then it's generated
Right.
as but is that enough? Is that what you want or what you need or what your particular workplace has designated as what's standard for your area?
Again, is that up to us or is that up
Either
to-
way.
Up to the,
Either way, because I know at
I
Howard,
guess,
we had a standard form and the doctor would fill out, you know,
well, do you want
it's
to add?
not under my care, it's released from my care and so forth. Depends upon how severe the,
This would be.
this
such a
person has been
wonderful-
impacted.
Yes.
Whether it's a physical injury or whether or not it's, some sort of communicable.
Do you want to just
disease.
add medical release form question mark?
Okay.
And we can decide,
Mhm.
is that the one we're kind of talking about, right?
Right.
Medical release form. Or I guess it's also medical leave of absence
Mhm.
form. Yeah. Okay,
So
I'll,
maybe do a little yellow highlight on that so you can.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna. put-
You got it.
See, medical leave of absence form and medical release form. They're two different. things.
Where is there title for the term they're saying?
Oh, I have the absence
Yeah.
form. That's, and then, what was the second one? Medical release form?
Yeah.
It's not letting me, couldn't automatically save reload.
These two
Hmm.
people.
I don't know why that happened, but. Must have booted us out. It saved all the stuff we've been doing. Seems like it will.
Now, can these forms be downloaded by the employee?
That's what we have to work on. It's a big project. It's not very simple, but I mean, there's a lot of forms in here. I have a lot in the office that are in various binders and
Mhm,
places, but it would be nice to have a central.
And especially the medical leave.
Well, and everything used to be done on forms and paper, but some of it is electronic now, so we
Mhm,
just need to
Yeah.
compile a good way to get those to employees.
So then you put page 65
Yeah.
or 60.
Okay, page 18, page 60.
Wow, to load.
All right. We included the PTO form.
Additional hours carry over.
Okay. Okay, so there's no form for PTO sellbacks. It's just a request on email.
Seems like it.
Sure.
Should, I mean, this is kind of ridiculous, this whole thing that this is allowed, but I mean, not that we're gonna change it, but it's just, it's like you really never have to get into that. It's like you use it or you lose it.
Yeah.
I mean, it just gets so complicated, all this. Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is the time, so.
I mean, I think that's worth a discussion. Do you even really need to get into all that?
Well, and do we even want to do that, right?
I mean, you're encouraging it when you have
Yeah.
it so laid out,
Right. Borrow, PTO transfer,
It's just-
PTO borrow, PTO sellback, that's.
I mean, it's just, yeah,
Well, and it's only for full-time employees,
right,
so.
yeah. How many are there?
I think there's about 12 to 15, I think.
Okay, so Meg, if, could it become a substantial amount that we wouldn't, be able to sustain?
Well, I think it's limited to a max, so, and now I think Mark, I think that his previous positions and places of work did things like this, and, I think he watches over it well if he were to leave and then,
Yeah.
so
then you're kinda-
that's where we would maybe want to revisit it. Yeah, I don't know
I
if,
think this would be worth a conversation, just to. I'm surprised. the team-
well, and I think carryover's common, right?
Yeah.
That's
With that whole
appropriate.
sellback
And
And
then,
the borrowing and the.
Yeah.
well, and some of it came about at one point. Mark can touch upon it more, but
Mhm.
I know, when an employee, when various things have happened, that I know that's when at least one of these began, was this donating PTO. So I think he may know of some scenarios where to give an employee these opportunities or options makes sense. So
Okay.
I think we can definitely follow up and have another conversation on it with him, so. Okay.
Is there a separation form, like when somebody leaves, is there any kind of a form that they need to sign?
I don't know, I don't
Okay.
believe so, but
I'll put it
I
down. just-
think,
You know what, if not signed.
I think it's their 2-week
um,
notice letter that they would submit,
Well, they-
A
but
checklist.
They create their own, but usually a separation form is, like, have you turned in?
there
your
might be.
computer?
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're
Oh,
adding
yeah,
that with a
yeah,
question mark,
checklists.
yep,
Yep.
sure. Mhm.
And what page? That page.
Employee voluntary separation, page 62. You want to highlight that?
It shouldn't be
Sure.
necessarily just voluntary.
Employee
though.
separation.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes, our pages are different, but.
Those there should be a checklist.
Separation,
For sure.
separation from employment, got it.
Okay.
Mhm. Or retirement, yeah. Well, and it is good to have that on file.
Yeah.
Right,
Um,
right. And the fact that everything was returned that need to be returned, and there should be a form.
Computers, telephones,
Yeah, the date.
whatever,
mhm. Okay,
or any other equipment.
but all those highlights stayed. That thing just found us out. I could go back through against the list too. Okay, so.
Okay, when you say voluntary list, separation, that also includes a retirement.
That's what it said,
Mhm.
yeah. Correct.
Do we need any kind of form for the smoke-free environment or anything, or is that just related to?
I think it's just in the handbook, and if you don't follow it, then it says right there, you are subject
Mm-hmm.
in violation of this policy. So the handbook is the policy and you're
Yeah,
subject to
all right, that's
disciplinary.
worth the edit.
Yay, okay.
Woohoo! All right, now I just need to send this to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, now.
Okay, so I guess as our follow-up items. Good.
Share with people.
Yep. So that'll make it easier. for
And I,
you.
yes, because this, yeah. Thank you for it. That was the hour that I needed to
Mhm, mhm.
get this done.
I'll
So
send it to anyone other than you.
you can just send it to me for now. I can, or you can distribute it to all of HR if you wanted it. I can do that.
We all know, yeah.
Yeah.
You're invited. You have been invited to edit. Okay, is that the right way to
Yeah,
do it
'cause
right?
you want her to be able to say, yeah,
Okay.
we don't need that.
That's good.
So what I'll do
Should I
again,
save this too?
I'll
Yeah,
get,
save it. Share it.
Okay, I will.
so there's a lot there.
Yeah, yeah.
So we will just work towards, now it's October. Our goal was to implement this for the new year,
Yes.
right? So I do think we can still work towards that for sure.
Agreed.
So,
Oh, no question.
right. Just making sure all these forms, the
Yeah.
names are correct and, Okay.
And whatever else that you need us to go back over and look and review, just to make sure, and,
Okay.
that's what.
Well,
you
and-
said.
Let's see.
So next meeting,
Yeah, let's make sure it works for while we're together. So it's scheduled for November 19th, which is a Wednesday.
Mhm.
It says 12:30 PM though.
It's fine.
Do we normally do one?
Or, I mean, are we opposed to morning? Because I have a.
No, we could do morning.
In the afternoon, if we
You
can.
know what?
Yeah.
although I went to bed at 2, I woke up at 6 to make sure I made it to this.
You just have to go to bed earlier the night before. So, I mean, we could make it 9:30 if that's better for you, Georgette.
The 19th. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
is that
notice it
okay?
and hopefully it
9:30?
works for Mark and then,
Okay.
okay. And in the meantime, I'll work on getting this to a few employees to just give review, and we will work on trying to find forms and compare. So, what would our goal at the next meeting, I guess if I don't finish this part, we'll just work on it and then I'll give any updates if,
So can we meet with, or are you in the meantime gonna try to clean up the copy and then?
well, I don't know I think at this point I would work on those forms,
Yeah.
right? Is that
and was there gonna be someone to help you do that?
I think so.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay,
And then, to accept the changes, are we ready to do that?
I think we're close. I think I'm going to have, like I said, get some more review input from,
Yeah, Mark.
well, Mark's kind of seen it, but, I think we need to have that discussion that you guys mentioned, and then, yeah, we'll work on forms. And then, yes, so we will adjourn.
Conclude our meeting. Thank you.